do it from right, yeah, there, that we don't have to hold it.
Yep.
Do you want us to use some of the vocabulary we've been working on?
Yeah, please.
Like everything you've got so
Yeah.
far, pretty much.
Okay, so.
My main impression with regard to the position of this government with regard to the Far East is that we are greatly overextended in our whole thinking about what we can accomplish and should try to accomplish in that area.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
It is urgently necessary that we recognize our own limitations as a moral and ideological force among the Asiatic peoples.
That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, driving their just powers from the consent of the governed.
They might be all right for us with our highly developed political traditions running back into the centuries, but they are simply not practical or helpful for most people in the world.
Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for life and transcendent causes, and accordingly all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer.
We are deceiving ourselves and others when we pretend to have the answers to the problems which agitate many of these peoples.
That whenever any form of government becomes a destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it.
Furthermore, we have about 50% of the world's wealth, but only 6.3% of its population. In this situation, we cannot fail to be the object of envy and resentment. Our real task in the coming period is to devise a pattern of relationships which will permit us to maintain this position of disparity without positive detriment to ourselves, to our national security.
But when a long train of abuses and of usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them from under absolute despotism.
To do so, we will have to dispense with all sentimentality and daydreaming, and our attention will have to be concentrated everywhere on our immediate national objectives. We need not deceive ourselves that we can afford today the luxury of altruism and world benefaction.
It is their right, and it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for the future of security. Laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness.
This process cannot be a liberal or peaceful one. In the face of this situation, we would be better off now to dispense with a number of concepts which have underlined our thinking. We should dispense with the aspiration to be liked, or to be regarded as the repository of a high-minded international altruism.
To do so, we will have to dispense with all sentimentality and daydreaming, and our attention will have to be concentrated everywhere in our immediate national objectives.
You should just read the preamble over and over.
Over
This
and
is
over?
the entire part of the text. Yeah, so we're just gonna, you just stay with this.
Okay, so
section.
you're gonna
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yeah, just we'll work with some repetition in it.
Alright. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna keep going to the end of the movie.
Okay. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed.
We should stop putting ourselves in the position of being our brother's keeper and refrain from offering moral and ideological advice.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
We should cease to talk about vague and unreal objectives such as human rights, the raising of living standards, and democratization. The day is not far off when we are going to have to deal in straight power concepts. The less we are then hampered by idealistic slogans, the better.
That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it.
Find a place to finish it, guys. Awesome, Lex. That was cool. That was like the first time. Did you kind of see what like
Yeah,
what
not
we're kind of going for?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was working with the text?
I don't know,
I was